All right, so this is our jumping demo. We're going to go through a couple videos of how to create a jumping animation. Right now, I have a pretty simple setup. We have two variables, px and py, that are going to hold the position of our player. And right now, our player is just drawn this, it's just going to be this red rectangle. Okay. Eventually, you can replace that with an image or a bunch of shapes that represent a player, like your Zoog character or something like that. But for now, it's just a rectangle. Okay. We have a setup. It's pretty basic: 600 wide, 400 tall, and a gray background. And we got no stroke, so that I don't have the outline of the rectangles. I have a simple draw function. At the beginning of the draw function, the first thing I do is redraw the background so that everything gets a blank slate every iteration of this draw loop. I draw the ground at the bottom 10 pixels of the screen. So right here, I've just drawn basically a green rectangle so that it represents the ground. And then we have a player, or a function that draws the player at those two variables that we declared at the beginning, px, py. So draw player calls this function here, and we pass in these x and y coordinates, and that's how we determine where we draw our rectangle. And I have some fill color so that it's red. The first thing I want to do is I want to be able to make our rectangle move left and right. So we're going to check for 3 keyboard inputs. We go like left, right, and then maybe a space character or an up arrow would make our rectangle jump or give a jump illusion. So we're going to write a conditional statement. Now I'm in the draw function. Right after I've drawn the ground and the background, I'm going to check for user input. So check for keyboard input, and we're going to use a conditional statement. So if key is down, and we want to know which key. So let's make a move left first. We're going to go left underscore arrow. And now I need a curly brace. So I'm going to add an opening and a closing curly brace. And in between those two, if somebody pressed the left arrow key, we're going to move our character to the left a few pixels. So we will say player X, which is the variable that stores their coordinates, minus equals, I don't know, maybe 4 pixels. Okay, so that should move my character to the left a little bit when I hit the left arrow key. So now click over here and my player can move to the left. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to use an else if. So if I didn't press the left arrow, I'm going to check to see else if did they hold the right arrow down. If key is down, right arrow. So if they use the right arrow key, if they held that one down, I open up and close my curly braces. I know a lot of people are still having curly brace issues, so we want to say, hey, if the right arrow key is pressed, very similar to what I did here, instead of decreasing px, I'm going to increase px. So I go px plus equals 4, and now I should be able to move both left and right. Click one time on my canvas, move left, move right with the left and right arrow keys. Beautiful. So far, that looks great. What I would like to do next is add in a check for the up arrow, and the up arrow key should make me jump. There's a little bit more that goes into jumping, but let's just see if we can get it to register that we got to jump. So I'm going to say else if key is down, and we're going to use the up arrow key, up arrow. Bonus points if you can figure out how to do the up arrow or like WASD as well as the left arrow keys, right? That's a good thing you could add in. Now this time, instead of px or py moving left or right, when the character jumps, we're gonna change py value because we're gonna make it move up. Now, right now, I'm also going to do something. I'm just gonna say print boing. So that would be like my jump. Okay, I know it jumped if I see in the console window over here if it prints boing. And my py, if it goes up, then I would plus equal, like, I don't know, 5 pixels. Okay, so now I should be able to use left, right, and up and down. So I click into my canvas, left arrow, right arrow still works. Oh no, when I press the up arrow, my character actually went down. Well, the py values, they start at 0, and as they get bigger, I move down. So got to remember, if I want my character to jump, I actually have to decrease the y value. So let's try it again. Left, right, up arrow. Okay, that's good. I'm moving up. It can register the up arrow as a key press. I see that it's printing boing every time I press the up arrow. Unfortunately, that is not really a jump animation. I want it to jump up and then return back to the ground like gravity was pulling it down. So in the next video, we're going to go over that. For now, just delete the py minus equals 5. When you run it, you should be able to move left and right. And when you press the up arrow, all it does is